Welcome everyone to the very first ever Shadowverse Evolve English edition video, and we have a very special guest today. But first, before we do our introductions, I think some of you may be watching this for the first time on this channel. So I, myself, am Chris, also known as DifferentFight, and I'm one of the Shadowverse Evolve English ambassadors. Thank you very much. This is the man who crowned me. He gave me the ambassador crown. And please, for those that don't know, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Matt. I am the marketing manager for Bushi International. I've been working with all our games, and Shadowverse Evolve is one of the newest games that we have. So really excited to be able to do this with Chris as well.
Yes, so today, as a special introductory video, we're gonna do a serious match video with competitive ready-made decks. But since I think it's a lot of people's first time seeing Shadowverse Evolve, we'll be breaking down all the rules and everything that you need to know about the game in order to be able to play it. So, in a game of Shadowverse Evolve, both players start with 20 total life, which by reducing to 0, you win the game on your opponent's side of the field. And we each have a class. So these are the leader cards. So I'm going to be representing Swordcraft, and on your side,
we have Havencraft.
Right, so Swordcraft is kind of all about summoning your allies and then buffing them up and just winning through just fighting down with your actual followers that you play. But Shadowverse Evolve has 3 different card types of followers, spells, and amulets, and the latter two is a bit more on your side, I would say.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Because this deck is a little bit more slow. It plays a little bit more, a bit of a longer game to pull out some of the stronger plays, I think, for the game.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we begin the game with shuffling our decks, but these are already kind of shuffled prior. But just for the record, make sure it is all shuffled up. Alright, and then after you finish shuffling your deck, you pass it to your opponent to cut, just to make sure that everything is nice and shuffled and randomized. Alright, so after the decks are shuffled, we first decide who goes first, and actually you have the app that is provided for Shadowverse Evolve, the Sidekick app, which allows you to track your life points, track your play points, as well as also roll a dice to see who goes first. So we click the dice roll button here. You got a 5?
I got a 1.
Alright, so the player that wins the dice roll gets to choose who goes first. So Swordcraft, especially in the set 1 environment, definitely likes to go first, so I'll choose to go first.
Right, so as a player going second, I will get the Evolve points. So these can be used to discount the cost of an evolution later in the game, but whenever we get to that, we'll explain it.
Yes, exactly. So, to begin a game, we both draw 4 cards, and then the player going first gets to check and decide if they want to mulligan or not. So I'll do a mulligan check. This is, I think, good enough for starters.
So now that makes me think, because this doesn't look good at the beginning, so I think I'm gonna take a mulligan.
Alright, so the way mulligan works in Shadowverse Evolve may be different from other games, where instead of choosing to put back a select number of cards, or choosing to put back cards and then your opponent gets some kind of other thing, you put back your hand once to the bottom of your deck, you draw 4, but you don't shuffle. So it's the cards that you put back to the bottom, they will stay at the bottom if you don't have any shuffling effects in your deck or something like that.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Alright, and so with that, the preparations for the game are ready, so let's get into it. So Shadowverse Showdown! Alright, so I'll begin.
Now
so
it's my
each turn, the player when they begin their turn, they gain a play point. So you begin with 0 and we go to 1. So now you can use these play points to play cards of equal to or lower that play point total. So I'll use 1 play point in order to play the 1 cost Maid Leader. So she's just a 1 cost, 1 attack, 1 health follower, and I can evolve her for 2 cost, but we will get to that next turn since I cannot evolve on the first turn. And so that's it for my turn, so I will end my turn.
My turn ends here.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and take my turn. So
now it's my turn.
Unlike the first player, I do get to draw a card, so we'll go ahead and do that.
So going first, you don't draw.
Alright. I do not have anything to play on the first turn, so I'm going to pass the turn back to Chris.
Alright, so now I'm going to be on 2 play points at the beginning of my second turn, and I will draw a card. Alright, so here, I can either choose to play cards that equal to or lower 2 play points, or I can actually evolve this Maid Leader. So how evolving works is that you have evolve costs next to, a card that can evolve. So for her, she says evolve 2. So I have to use 2 play points, or a combination of play points and evolve points, in order to evolve Maid Leader. So I will pay the 2 play points that I have, and from my 10 card evolve deck, I will choose an evolved Maid Leader and evolve it. So, evolved followers have increased stats, so you can see that she went from being a 1-1 to a 2-2. And they have, not always, but some have effects that happen when they evolve as well. So Maid Leader's effect is, when I evolve her, I can search my deck for a follower with an evolve and reveal it and add it to my hand. So it's not searching for an evolve follower from your evolve deck, you specifically search your main deck for a card that has that evolve symbol. So I'll search for Floral Fencer, so she has the evolve symbol, and add it to my hand, and then I will shuffle my deck. So make sure that everything is nice and randomized, and cut please.
Great.
And then Floral Fencer will be added to my hand. And then followers that are played, on the turn, they cannot attack the turn that they are played. But if they've been on the board for a turn, they can attack either your opponent's leader or their engaged followers. So I will choose to attack with Maid Leader for 2 damage to your face.
Alright, so I have nothing to play on my turn, so I'll go ahead and take 2 damage.
Alright, so now you're down to 18. And with that, I end my turn.
Alright, so my turn.
Now it's my turn.
Go ahead and draw a card as well.
Yep.
I don't think I have a lot to do here right now. I will go ahead and play a follower as well. So it's 2 play points. So Sister Initiate's ability is Fanfare. If there's an amulet on your field, you can the leader gains 2 defense. I have no amulets on my field, so the effect doesn't happen.
Alright.
But I'll go ahead and pass back to Chris.
Alright, so now I'll be on
Now
3 play
it's my
points.
turn.
Turn 3. And of course, I'll be able to use Maid Leader for an attack this turn as well. So I will draw a card. So now I can play 3 cost or lower followers. And of course you can play them in any combination. So for example, if you have like 3 1 cost, you can go 1/1/1. If you have like 2 and a 1, you can go 2 and a 1. As long as it equals to or lower your play point total. And you can even, like for example, I can choose to go Maid Leader, attack to your opponent.
I'll take 2 damage.
Alright, take 2. And now I can still play follower. So there's no like specific division. You can choose to do them just like in the app of Shadowverse as well. So if you ever play the app version, this will be very similar territory. So I think I have quite a few choices here in terms of what I want to do, but I've been getting away with some good aggression here, so it's kind of tempting to continue it. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the plays I want to make throughout the turns. I think we will actually play Gemstaff Commander. So Gemstaff Commander has a Fanfare ability. So Fanfare basically means when you play it, when it just hits the board. And so she searches for a Swordcraft follower, reveals it, and adds it to my hand. So I would choose to search one of the best followers in the deck right now, which is the Sea Queen Otohime. And I will shuffle the deck. So she's also searchable off of Maid Leader as well. So there's different ways to find her, but she's very good in just creating a big board that's a bit tough for your opponent to take out without spells and things like that. So Otohime will be added to my hand, and Gemstaff Commander cannot attack the turn that she's played, so after paying my 3 play points, I will end the turn.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and take my turn.
Now it's my turn.
Draw 1. So I think finally I'll be able to do something now. So I'll go ahead and play Priest of the Cudgel. So likewise, Priest of the Cudgel is a follower with the Evolve ability. So normally speaking, I wouldn't be able to evolve on this turn, right? Because I only have 3 play points. But as we mentioned earlier, we have evolution points. The player going second has evolution points. This can be used to discount the cost of evolve. So to note, you can only use 1 evolve point per evolution, and you can only evolve once per turn. So just nice. It fits this play because the curve is perfect because I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over words, but so his 3 costs, evolve is 1, so it's perfect turn 3 play for the second turn player. So I'll go ahead and evolve the priest.
Yep.
So the priest on evolve, he has an ability as well. It says select an enemy follower with 3 defense or less on the field and banish it.
Yep.
So banish is a little bit different from destroy, right? So usually when cards are in battle or when they take damage, they're destroyed and put into the cemetery. But for Haven, specifically, they have all abilities that can banish cards. So this helps to prevent stuff like coming back or counting stuff in cemeteries, stuff like that. So it's really powerful.
No necro charge, no spell chain.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and use the ability to banish the Gemstaff Commander.
Alright.
Then I'll use the Priest to attack the Maid Leader.
Yep, and so how battle works in Shadowverse Evolve between followers and also between the leader as well, is that when you declare the attack, I now have, if I have play points, I would have a timing to potentially use a quick, which we'll get into that a bit later, but I don't have any play points, so the battle will be processed, so she'll deal 2 damage to the Cudgel, and then he'll deal 4 to her, so Maid Leader will be destroyed. So the Evolve cards go face up in your Evolve deck, so you cannot go into them anymore, and the ones underneath just go to your graveyard.
Right, so I guess one other thing we can share about like combat as well is damage stays on the followers even after the turn ends. So that's one thing to take note of when you're doing like combat math, right? Like you're moving into the next turn. Oh, so this thing has taken damage already. You don't have to think about, oh, I have to deal 4 again to the priest because he's already taken 2 damage.
Yeah,
exactly. Small things like that. Right, so at the end of my turn, I'll go ahead and attack Chris leader as well if this is the initiative for 3.
Alright, so I'll take 3 damage.
Alright. And then I will go ahead and pass my turn back to Chris.
Okay.
Now
so
it's my turn.
Now. We'll draw a card. Okay, so we have a few things we can do. I think the optimal play here is going to the Floral Fencer that we searched for 3 play points, and then I'll use 1 play point to evolve her, as mentioned earlier. So on evolve, Floral Fencer actually makes tokens. So tokens exist outside of your deck. You can just put them to the side. You don't have to have them on the board. And so she summons a Steel-clad Knight and a Knight token. And what's really nice about Shadowverse Evolve is that the stats of the tokens are written on the card that summons them. So even if you don't have these tokens, you can just play cards that, you know, look like tokens and say, okay, you can just put dice on them, for example, and say, okay, this is like a 2/2.
Right.
And that is enough to also kind of, you know, relay the message. But it's easier if you have the tokens that match the cards that you're making. So that always helps. So Floral Fence is really good. She's like a 4-cost 7/7, which is in terms of stats. So Floral Fencer will try to attack your sister Initiate.
I have no play points, so I can't do anything.
Alright, so she's gonna take 3 damage, so she has 1 health remaining. And I don't have any more play points, so I'll end my turn.
Alright, so I will refresh my followers and draw a card.
Now it's my turn.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, Chris. The curve is really good. It's starting to come together.
Uh-oh. I thought it was in a good position at the early game.
I'm gonna go ahead and play Jan Dark. Alright, so Jan's ability is Fanfare. Deal 2 damage to each enemy follower on the field, so it just
it's a board wipe.
It cleanly deals with everything that's on Chris's field right now.
Yep. So tokens, when they're destroyed, they just go back to your token pile, so they don't go to your cemetery.
Right. So Jan is also a follower with the Evolve ability, but I don't need to use the Evolve right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with the priest at Chris's leader as well.
Alright, so I'll take 4 damage, so I'm down to 13.
And then I'll go ahead and pass my turn.
Alright, so 5
now it's
points.
my turn.
Card. Okay. This is definitely a sticky situation because Jean is going to take out anything I play simply because she's I've seen the future. I know her evolve effect. So I think here I might have to go for something a little bit different. But it's really not. I have a few plays I can make, but I think that we will have to go for a bit more of a reserved play. So I'm going to play Maid Leader again for 1 play point, and then use 2 play points in order to evolve her once more. So you play, obviously if you don't have another evolved Maid Leader that's face down your evolved deck, you cannot evolve it, but luckily I do play a second copy. So she will allow me to search my deck for an evolve follower and reveal it. Now what's important is that this does not specify searching for a Swordcraft evolve follower, so you can also play cards that are not Swordcraft that have evolve effects as well. So I'll actually search for the Erd. So this is a neutral card that does have an evolve form, so she allows me to get rid of stuff from my opponent's side of the field, so it's going to help with lowering some of this offensive pressure that I'm starting to face over here. Man, Matt's making Haven players look really good right now.
Oh my gosh.
So Maid Leader, you don't have any play points, so she's going to trade into your Priest.
Alright, so Priest gets destroyed.
Yep. So Maid Leader does 2. And now I feel like there's not much reason for me to go in and swing at Jean here. So, knowing that Jean is going to evolve, it's always a bit of a pressure point. So I think... How badly do I want to push some damage into you? I think not badly enough. But... I think I will float 2 play points and pass.
Oh, okay. I see.
Now it's my
so I'll
turn.
go ahead and take my turn. Draw 1. I guess right now I have like a bit of an initiative, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack first with the Jan. I'll save the evolve, so I'll just deal 3.
Okay, down to 10.
Alright, then I will go ahead and... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pass my turn.
Ooh, 5 play points.
Yes, 5 play points.
Okay,
now it's
I'll start my turn at 6. Interesting. So you didn't evolve the Jean, so that actually is pretty good for me. Because this means I can use 4 play points to play Sea Queen Otohime. So
nice.
For 4 play points, she summons an Otohime's Bodyguard token. So this is a 1-cost 1/2 with ward. And so ward is basically a keyword that says when this follower is engaged, when your opponent would attack anywhere, they have to attack ward followers first and foremost.
Right.
So until they're cleared from the board. And then for 2 play points, I will evolve Otohime as well in order to summon 3 more Otohime's Bodyguards. So we're gonna have a whole board full of wards, and this will, you know, you're gonna need a board wipe or another Jean to clear this. So let's see if you have 2. But Otohime will trade into the Jean. So let's see if you have an answer for this.
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you clear the Jean for now.
Alright,
Right.
so
Jean
Jean
will
will
do 3 damage. So
Yep.
She has 2 left.
Yes, so Otohime is still alive. And so here I can choose now at the end phase. Ward is an option. So whenever you get to the end of your turn, you can choose if you want to engage a ward follower or not. So I will choose to engage 2 of them in case you have 2 attacks for me that they can block so that she can stay alive. And these 2 can stay not engaged in order to potentially attack next turn. So with that, I will end my turn.
Alright, so I'm, at this point, so at the end of your opponent's turn, you can also play a quick spell. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So I'm going to play Blacken's Scripture. So Blacken's Scripture is a quick spell with ability that says select an enemy follower with 3 defense or less on the field and banish it. So I was waiting for him to attack into the Jean so that I can go ahead and use this, clear it out.
Yep, very smart. Alright, so the Evolve follower still goes to face up in your Evolve deck, but because this is banished, Otohime is goodbye. Not even in the cemetery.
Alright, awesome. So after that, I'm gonna go ahead and take my turn.
Now it's my turn.
Sure. Oh, okay. So I don't really have a... I'm still in a decent position, I would say.
Okay.
The Otohime Bodyguard isn't really too threatening. So I'm gonna go ahead and play just a ward for now.
Okay.
Alright, so Shrine Knight Maiden has ward also, and she has an ability called Aura. So Aura prevents the enemy from targeting this card with any spells or abilities.
Very annoying.
Very, very
incredibly annoying.
Now it's my turn.
Alright, so it's my turn?
Yep.
Alright, so I have 7 play points now. I'll draw a card. Okay. Yeah, that is slightly annoying. I did definitely have other answers to the ward here, but I think I might have to do things a slightly different way instead. So let's take a look at how we can clear this. I think I will swing 1 Otohime's Bodyguard in, so it will be destroyed.
So Shrine Knight Maiden goes down to 4.
Yep. And then we're going to just play out a Aurelia. So Aurelia is a 5 play point follower, so I'll pay 5. And she selects the enemy leader, and if there are at least 3 cards on their field, she gets +2/+2 and Aura. So she won't get that, so she'll be a 4/6 with Rush, Assail, and Ward. So Rush means that she can attack enemy followers the turn she's played.
Right.
There's another keyword called Storm, which means you can attack anything the turn they're played. Ward is of course the same as the Otohime's Bodyguards, and Assail means normally you wouldn't be able to attack your opponent's followers that are not engaged, but with her Assail ability she can do that. So, but for now, she will just swing as a 4/6 to your 5/4.
Okay.
So she will take 5 damage and remain at 4/1 here. And then I still have more followers to attack with. So I'll go Bodyguard for 1 damage.
Take 1.
Bodyguard for 1 damage.
Take 1.
And 1 more.
I will take another 1.
Okay, so you're down to 13. That's pretty good. And I still have 2 play points to work with here. So I think we're going to use them for 2 play points to play the Veteran Lancer.
Very good choice.
Now, I can choose to ward it up. I already have 4 wards on the field. So I'll let her stay unengaged in order to potentially deal 2 damage next turn here instead. And with that, I'll end my turn.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and take my turn.
Now it's my turn.
Alright, so this is the perfect opportunity for me to play the big boy.
Oh, Famous's Decree.
Alright, Famous's Decree. So it says destroy each follower on the field. So these affects both of us. But since only Chris has anything on the board right now, it's a very clean way to just deal with everything and then put us at a position where we can just
back to square zero.
Square zero, exactly, yeah. Then I'll also play one more to play Sacred Plea. So Sacred Plea is a amulet. So a little bit different from followers and spells. But amulets are basically, they're going to take up space on the field. But they usually have either a persistent effect or an effect that can be used when they are put into the cemetery. So specifically for Sacred Plea, you can engage it and put it into the cemetery to draw a card, or you can engage it, put it in the cemetery, and pay 2 to draw 2 cards instead. Yeah. So it's a powerful draw card or cycling whenever you need it. Right, so with that, I am going to go ahead and pass back to Chris.
Alright.
Now it's my turn.
Time Trying to get that offensive going. Alright. So, 8 play points definitely gives me quite a few things to think about in terms of what we can do, and I'm kind of expecting to get board wiped over and over and over again. So I need to play in a way that's aware of that, let's say. So, I think, let me count how much play points all of this would cost me. I think we can choose to push a little bit of damage. I'm trying to think how much I want to push, because I could theoretically do that much. I could do that much, or I could do this much. Because the Swordcraft class does have quite a few storm followers that help to push the offensive against your opponent as well. So it really comes down to timing on when you want to use them and how you want to use them as well. And you have 1 play point remaining as well.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful and very much aware of that too.
Yeah, I think as you get more accustomed to the game, you start thinking about like how many play points your opponent has left, and then like what kind of quick abilities do they have, what kind of quick spells do they have left.
Yeah.
Right. So like popular things would be like execution.
Yeah.
That's a neutral card that can be played across all classes. It's very powerful. It destroys any follower or any amulet, I believe, as well. Yeah, and it's not conditional, so you can just kind of like target anything you want.
You just push.
Yeah, really strong.
Alright, we have 3 play points to play Gemstaff Commander.
Right.
And this will search for any Swordcraft follower in my deck. So this one cannot search for neutrals, unlike the maid leader. So I'll use this to search for Tsubaki. So
okay, here we go.
The key card from the starter deck. And of course, she does have Storm as a 5/4. So that'll be good. Can't play her now, she's 6 cost. But we're just making preparations. Getting ready for next turn. And then I'll play Novice Trooper for 3. So Novice Trooper has Storm, so she can attack the opponent's leader immediately. So that's 3 damage to the opposing leader.
Alright, I will take 3 damage.
Alright.
On a 10.
That's good, that's good. And then, so I have to really wonder here, because if I want to line up a clean lethal with Tsubaki, you have to kind of always think about like how will you reach the win, right? So
exactly.
This can be attacked into, but Gemstaff Commander would need a spell to be destroyed.
Right.
So what I can do here is use my last 2 play points to play a Veteran Lancer, and Ward is an option. So if I choose to not engage here, I have 5 damage on board, and my opponent does know that I have a Tsubaki in hand. So if these 2 stick around and I play Tsubaki, I have 10 damage next turn to win the game. So I think I'll choose to not engage this. I am on 10 life, but I feel like I'm safe enough to not put down this commitment and pass the turn back to you.
Alright, very, very good.
Now it's my
some quick
turn.
math there. So right now for me, I think I'll need to find an answer to this, because as Chris said, he already set up lethal on board. I can only clear Novice Trooper through anything with like Rush or anything, so I need to find a spell to help me clear up the board. So I'm gonna see if I can find that. By using Sacred Leap. So I'll engage that, pay 2, with the Cemetery to draw 2 cards. 1,
Yep.
2.
Very good card.
So okay. We got there.
No, I don't like that. This smells like a Jean.
Yes, it is
It is a Jean, okay.
Yeah, alright, so play 4. So Jean, when he plays, she deals 2 damage to the board.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and evolve her as well. I'll go use 1 evolve point and 1 play point. Alright, so when Jean evolves, she deals 2 damage to the board again, and she gives 2 defense to any other followers on the board, so I have nothing else, so that doesn't happen.
Yep.
But I clearly managed to clear everything out.
Yep,
And
you've avoided lethal.
yes, for the turn, for now. Alright, and I think since there's nothing on the board, I cannot attack as well, so I'll go ahead and pass back the turn.
Alright.
Now it's
I'm on
my
9
turn.
play points. Getting into the late game here. Okay. I think this is gonna call for getting a little bit experimental, so I have to really think about this. How am I gonna clear out? Because again, you want to play in a way that you can get to that lethal point and win through the long game. So I think here I can really use the maximum of my 9 play points to not just deal with this, to not, lose to random 6 damage next turn, but also push for game next turn too. So I think what we're gonna do here is play Erd for 4 play points. Did search her for a reason. And use 1 play point to evolve her. So Erd, first before we evolve, we're gonna resolve the fanfare. So she selects an enemy follower in the field and puts it into the owner's EX area.
Right, so this goes into the EX area.
Yes.
And the evolve goes into the evolve deck.
Yep, so it's basically removed already.
Right.
But then I can also pay 1 play point to evolve in order to select the card in my opponent's EX area and banish it.
Right, so John goes away.
So I might not be a Haven player, but I can banish too. And then I think, so now we removed the Erd with the Erd here. So now I still have 4 play points to work with. So I think in order to line up that lethal that I was talking about, I really want this Erd to stick around, but I do have multiple ways to do it. I'm going to choose her 4 play points to play Shadow Assassin.
Oh.
So while she does have the 4 attack now, she does gain some on Evolve. So paired with evolving her into Tsubaki, I still get to 10 damage. So I just need my followers to stick on the board here, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay, it's looking a little bit dicey now, so I think I'm gonna have to dig for answers again. Let's see. This is tough because one of the important things to think about is because when evolve, followers that are reserved cannot be attacked.
Yeah.
So that's obviously one of the biggest points to think about. For example, like if you want to play a ward, or you want to try to attack into it, or sometimes like using wards and stuff like that becomes a interesting point.
Yeah.
But I guess for me right now, I do have to find either another John or
John does clear this.
Yeah. But I do not, and I'm a bit worried if I use my play points this way, I won't have enough. I think I have enough to evolve. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna go play secretly again.
Oh.
And then I'll crack that to draw 2.
Yep. See if you can get that Jean. It would be the 3rd.
Oh, okay. I didn't get it. But let's see.
A big hand too.
Yeah.
Don't forget the hand. There is a hand limit in Shadowverse Evolve.
There is.
If you surpass 7 cards in hand, at the end of your turn, you have to discard down to 7. But if you go to like 8 cards in hand during your opponent's turn, you still start the turn with that many.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna go with this play. So I'll play Pinion Prayer.
Okay.
So Pinion Prayer is another amulet, so it has another activated ability that you can use during your turn. It's pay 1 to engage this card, put it cemetery, and summon a Holy Falcon token. Alright, so I'm not gonna use that right now though. And I am at 7 cards in hand, so I will hold this up and pretend I have something and I'll pass back to Chris.
Ooh, okay.
Now
Alright,
it's
so
my
this is a bit
turn.
risky because now I need to deal 10 damage to win the game, but I need to really carefully sequence my attack order to make sure that things are delivered in the way that I want them to be. Phew, and I drew an interesting card on top of that, so that's even more exciting. Alright. Okay. This is interesting. Alright, I think first things first, I will swing with the Erd. She's gonna go in for 3 damage.
I will take the 3.
Okay, you're down to 7. Interesting. Very interesting. So... This came at interesting times. This is one of the key cards for Sword, but definitely would have liked to play it more early. Royal Banner.
Oh, okay.
This is an amulet that we do play in Swordcraft. And so what this allows us to do is give +1/+1 to all Swordcraft followers. So unfortunately, Erd is not a Swordcraft follower, so she will miss out on the buff, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, this is for Sword. So now that my Shadow Assassin has gained the buff, she's at a 5/5. So I'm basically, I don't have to spend my evolve points here to evolve her, and we're gonna attempt to swing for 5.
Okay, well, I don't have a removal for this. I don't think I want to go ahead and use that right now, but I'll go ahead and use Dark Offering. So Dark Offering's ability says, it's another quick spell. It says select a card on your field, destroy it, give your leader +3 defense, and draw a card. So I'm gonna try to cushion a bit of damage here. So I'll play gain 3, draw a card, but I will still take the 5 from the...
Yep, so we still go down to
5. I still have 4 play points though.
Still have 4.
We mentioned execution just now. That could be something that Chris has to think about.
That's true. So this is something where it's like now we both know that I have the Tsubaki in hand.
Right.
So do I want to commit that and go for the 6 damage
right.
that we get from the Royal Banner?
Or you can just keep forcing me to have 4 play points up at the end of my turn, restrict my plays that way as well. So.
Yeah. Because it's like if you have some big damage on your side, then I'm going to be in trouble as well.
Exactly.
So, and especially with Royal Banner, if I play something like a Floral Fencer here, then I also get, I get the buffs to everything that I play out. But I think I will take the gamble, and sometimes you gotta make calculated risk, and even if this doesn't work out, I still have plays next turn.
Right.
We're gonna use the 6 play points and play Tsubaki. So Tsubaki says, I choose one of the following effects on Fanfare. I either choose an enemy follower in the field and destroy it, or I give her Storm. So I'm gonna go for the Storm, and then the Royal Banner will go into effect in order to give her +1/+1, making her a 6/5.
Right.
So, with that, we now have lethal damage here. 6 damage going to face. Do you have a response?
Right, so I wasn't faking the play, but I do have a response. I have a Slide. Alright, so this is another removal spell that this deck plays. It's also a quick spell, so it says select an enemy follower on the field, banish it, and give your leader +2 defense.
Yeah.
So this is the big thing that I was holding. I was waiting for the Tsubaki to come up before using this. Yep. So I'll go
Go to 7.
7.
And Tsubaki is going to be banished.
Right.
Alright.
To see another day.
And that's how quicks work basically. So
Right.
you can choose to not use all of your play points during your turn. And unlike the app Shadowverse, where in the app Shadowverse you would have to, you just if you don't use them, that's it. But in Evolve, that's what makes it so unique. Is I would say it's even one of the most defining factors of Shadowverse Evolve is that you get to play during your opponent's turn and respond to their plays as well.
Right.
But I mean, even though you got rid of that, I still have 2 pretty strong followers here, so I'll pass the turn.
Right.
And let's see how you navigate this.
Right, honestly, the Royal Banner is still going to be a problem moving forward as well, so it's not going to be easy for me to navigate this. But I think for now, I think we might be able to get through at least this turn, maybe. Actually, maybe, I'm not sure.
Alright.
But we'll see. Okay, so first things first. You only have 3 cards left in your hand, so I think I'm going to go ahead and play Themis' Decree again.
Ooh, okay. What's the second one?
The field. There wasn't really like a clean way for me to deal with whatever he had on board, so I think that was the easiest way to do it.
That's true.
And then I will also go ahead and play Shrine Knight Maiden again.
Ooh, Ward
So
Aura.
this is Ward Aura, so it can't be destroyed by Tsubaki. He has to run stuff into it, so I think this should buy me another turn to try to find the leader. So I'm going to go ahead and pass back the turn.
All right, I'll take my turn.
Now it's my turn.
All right, so I got my play points. Now let's draw a card and see what we can do. Okay, interesting. I like what I'm seeing. Okay.
That doesn't sound good for me.
For 4 play points, I'll play Sea Queen Otohime, and on Fanfare, she will summon an Otohime's bodyguard token. And so, of course, Royal Banner will come into play. They are Swordcraft followers, so they will be gaining the buffs and becoming stronger in order to just kind of ask you to keep, like...
Finding...
I've already seen 2 Themis Decrees,
Right,
you're gonna have to have a few more than that. So then I will choose to play 2 play points in order to evolve Sea Queen Otohime. And with that, we will get... Oh, good lord, I've actually been going through quite a few Otohimes and everything. Evolving a lot this game. Truly showing the namesake, Shadowverse Evolve over here. Alright, so when she's evolved, I summon 3 of the bodyguard tokens. So, and then any ones that don't fit on the board, they go to the EX area. Nice. And so, Royal Banner, of course, will not buff the stuff in the EX area, but it will buff the ones that are on the field. Alright, so there we go. Oops. Alright, so now I have a bunch of 2/3s and nice stats in general. So I think we're going to just use the Otohime here. So her 5/6 will attack into the 5. And so she'll be left with, of course, still her 5 attack, but her health has been reduced to 1. Alright, and then... this is the interesting point where, do I want to engage these now? It's like... Because if you have ways to attack, you're going to choose to prioritize my board anyway instead of going for face. And I don't think that Haven has a way to deal damage to face right now. That's just my inner game knowledge. So I think I will float 4 play points and pass.
Alright.
No wards.
Now it's my turn.
Turn again. So, let's see. I think there is another way for me to stall a bit as well here, but it's going to be a bit difficult for me to close the game if I keep using my resources this way. So let's see how we should navigate this. I don't have an easy way to clear this. I've used the Themis a bit too early, I guess, but...
Yeah, I guess I had like 2 followers, but they were kind of chunky too.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. It's a bit difficult for me to clear at that point, so maybe let's try this. So I'm going to go ahead and play Priest of the Cudgel again, and then I'll use a evolve point to evolve him.
Only costing me 3 for now.
So I will banish one of the tokens, because it banishes at defense 3 or less.
Yep.
And then I'll use the Priest to attack the Otohime to clear it.
Alright, she has been cleared off.
And then I am gonna go ahead and use 7.
Ooh, 7!
To play Lucifer.
Ooh.
Alright, here we go. Okay,
bad.
So Lucifer is, I think, one of the more iconic cards of this set. So he's evolve 0 to evolve him, and then he has ward as well. And at the end of your end phase, at the start of your end phase, give your leader +4 defense. So it's a very good defensive card. When he evolves, he becomes an offensive card instead. But this time I'm not gonna evolve him. So it's gonna
you already evolved with the priest as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I already evolved with the priest. So I'm gonna go ahead and ward him up, and I will end my turn. So I'll gain 4 life. So defense, 4 defense.
Yep.
All right, now go ahead and pass the turn.
All right.
Now it's my turn.
Let's go. Draw for turn. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. So I think can't really ignore that either. So that's a little bit annoying. 6/7 is pretty big in stats too.
Yeah, pretty chunky.
So definitely don't want to deal with that too much. But I need to push damage, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. So I think I'm going to play Shadow Assassin for 4. And then I have not evolved her yet, so I'm going to choose to play 2 play points in order to go into my evolved copy. So when she evolves, she chooses an engaged enemy follower and destroys it.
Alright.
And of course, she also has the buff from the Royal Banner. So Royal Banner putting in work right now.
It is, yeah.
Making sure I dodge these Jeans and everything. Alright, so then let's gonna go into some attacks. Bodyguard, face for 2.
I'll take 2.
Down to 9. Face for 2 again.
2. Down to 7.
Alright, we got you back down from that Lucifer.
Ugh.
Alright, and then... this is where things are a little bit tough. I think... yeah, 4 cards in hand. It's definitely a little hard, but... I think we have to go... I already evolved this turn, so that's a little bit difficult. We're gonna play Ninja Trainee, and he's just gonna get the +1/+1. So 3/3. And I think that this, you know, if you're 7, if I have another way to deal 4 damage next turn, I wonder why, how. That'll work out. Pass.
Alright, so this is gonna be a bit difficult
Now
for me
it's
to
my
navigate. So
turn.
maybe I can draw top deck another good removal. No, it's not a good removal, but it's okay. I think I can try to figure this out. Okay, let's see.
Shadowverse is just this, a bunch of puzzles. You're just trying to solve these board state puzzles over and over and over again.
It is true. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and play another. So this is Dual Flames. So Dual Flames, on Fanfare, I immediately get a Holy Tiger token. So Holy Tiger token is a 4/4 with Rush, so I can attack other engaged followers.
Yep.
On the turn that is played. I can also use the activated ability. I can pay 2, engage it, and put it in the cemetery to summon another Holy Tiger. I'm not gonna do that though.
Okay.
Just yet. I'm just gonna use one of the Holy Tigers to clear one of the bodyguards. So,
Alright, it's gonna deal 2 damage.
right, so it's down to 2.
Okay.
I have 6 left, so maybe I might still crack the dual things, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Guardian Nun first. So
Okay.
pay for 3. So Guardian Nun, she has ward, and then Fanfare, if there's an enemy on your field, give this follower +1 defense. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her +1.
Alright.
So it's up to 84. And then I will pay 1 as well to evolve her.
So I think that increases her health a little bit.
Yep, she's up to 5. Right, so on evolve, give your leader +2 defense. So I'm trying to heal up a little bit, and then try to clear the Autohime's bodyguard as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that to immediately attack this.
Alright, so she goes
Clear
down
that.
to 3.
Go down to 3. Alright, so she also has ward, so she should help me to survive one more turn, hopefully. Maybe.
Maybe. 2 play points left.
2 play points left.
Yeah, it's like Haven can kind of just like stall out the game with like, because I'm the one asking questions, you're the one providing answers.
Precisely.
Until I run out of questions and then you kind of overwhelm. It's
Exactly.
like the typical Haven playstyle.
But now I am running out of answers, so that's gonna be the problem, I think, moving forward. So I'm just gonna try this. I'm gonna play a Bellringer Angel. So Bellringer Angel is one of the best cards in the set, I think. She has ward, and last words to draw a card. She also has an evolve, pay 2 to evolve, but I don't have. I already evolved for the turn anyway, so I am gonna go ahead and pass this back to Chris.
Alright, so with that,
Now it's my
still on my
turn.
10 play points, and let's see if we can close it out here. So, this is interesting, because I need to maneuver this in a way that I have to clear 2 wards and then still do my 9. I do have my 9 damage lined up.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the important part. So I think what we're gonna do here is... Ooh, this is interesting. I'm gonna play Quick Blader for 1.
Oh,
Quick Blader for 1 is he has Storm, so he can attack the turn that he's played, anything, and he's gonna gain the buff as well here. So now I'm gonna use Quick Blader to attack into the Bellringer.
so Bellringer Angel goes away.
She has 0 attack, so...
Right, so last word, draw a card.
And now we need to essentially clear this, which has the 3 health. But I think you have 1 play point. I do need to be a bit careful of something like a Angel's Snipe. So I think this is not exactly the best play in terms of technicality, but I will use 4 play points to play Otohime.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. I just realized this is something you gotta always make sure we don't have any more evolved Otohimes left in the Evo deck.
Yeah. So I guess it's a little bit different from the app in that sense. You have to be careful of the number of copies that you play.
Yep.
And you need to track that as we're playing through the game because, you know, this can make or break.
Yeah, especially how long these games are going.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually huge. I think that saves you.
Okay, so the Bellringer play was correct.
The Bellringer play was indeed correct. That is saving you a whole turn, my friend. That is huge. I have to think about this. Otohime is still big on stats, so that's kind of huge for me as well. Oh dear. Should I have done this differently? Should I have gone Quick Blader to face? All these questions. Oh, but even then, I couldn't have done quick player face either. Ah, so hard. I think... Oh, this is tough. Now I want to keep that Otohime as well for later on. But at the same time... So hard. Actually so hard. I think what we have to do is... Okay, I see it. We're gonna go... Ninja Trainee will trade. Into the 4-3.
Okay.
It's the only choice I have. So he's gonna be cleared off. And then... I'm gonna play Otohime. Still. And she will make a token. So I don't have any more Evolve copies. I initially wanted to swing her in, but unfortunately was not able to. So we're gonna make another bodyguard. Alright, thank you. And so here, we're gonna just put in 6 damage to face. With the assassin.
Okay, yep, I don't have anything to play right now, so I'm just going to take 6 down to 3.
Alright,
Living
cool.
on the edge right now.
I have these two to put in some work. The 5 space on the board is entirely used up. And I'm gonna pass. So I did use the 4, so I'm on 5 play points at the end of my turn.
Oh gosh, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and refresh this.
Now it's my
Draw
turn.
a card.
It's a very long game.
Yeah, it is.
This is like, if you guys want to learn how to play Evolve, we've, I think, covered every single detail possible, like the base rules.
Yeah, I think we've covered almost everything, honestly. Wow. Okay, this is really tough. Let's see. Because I don't really have a clean answer to the field anymore, so I need to think about how I want to deal with this. The banner really makes the math a lot more difficult because, like, without the banner, I think most things kind of just fall down to a Jan. But like now, because of the banner, everything becomes a bit. The math becomes a bit more difficult.
Yeah, the banner's so important in this matchup.
It is, yeah, 100%. Let's see.
So, yeah. I also chose not to engage the bodyguard because I need this damage to stay on the board somehow.
Let's see. Alright, so I did draw. Wait, let me. Again, I need to check the evolve. Like, do I have enough? Okay, I do. All right.
Yeah, I think I've definitely been evolving a bit more than you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm already at 7.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead play another Jan.
Okay.
Alright,
So the player's gone already.
Alright, so deals 2 damage to the board. So this goes down to 4.
And then this is on 1.
This down to 3.
Yep.
Alright, then I will go ahead and evolve her as well. Right, so it deals another 2 to the board.
Yep. So the bodyguard is
Bodyguard
gone.
goes.
And this one's down to 2.
So she also gives +2 to this, so he's back at 4.
Okay.
Alright, then I'll use the Jan to attack into the... What's her name?
The assassin?
Assassin, yeah.
Alright. Assassin will be taken out.
Alright.
Otohime, stay strong.
This is so close.
Stay strong for mother.
So I actually don't have enough to clear the auto heal. And because it's reserved right now, I don't have any way to attack it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the timer to attack. Here's that for 4.
I'm down to 6.
Down to 6.
It's getting intense.
It's getting close. And then I will pass the turn.
Alright. Draw
Now
for turn.
it's my turn.
Ooh. Very interesting. I'll attempt to go for game. 4 to face.
I actually don't want to hit the holy tiger.
No, I don't think I want to hit the holy tiger.
Okay, but I do have a response. I do have Eggman's Knight. Alright, so I'll go ahead and banish the Otohime, gain 2, so up to 5. So if Chris drew Tsubaki, it's game. Let's see.
Oh no, I can't ignore this either though. Because if you have like Lucifer and you evolve, then I just lose to it too.
Right.
But
or if I get the Opinion Period, I get a Storm, Holy Falcon. It could be game as well.
that is true. That is true. I'm actually down to the wire. 1 play point for the bodyguard. You know how it is. We gotta make. So at least this way I could ward her up to not take the storm damage. But I feel like it's the 2 heal you keep doing is the worst. It's literally the biggest game changer.
Pretty sure I gained like, at least like almost 10 life
Yep.
already.
Quick plater. And I'm gonna choose to play the extra 3 to evolve it. So it's gonna cost me all the way down here. And of course, he does have the 4/4, but I'm missing one. I'm 1 off lethal here. I wish I drew another royal banner or something. But I think... So now it's like, do I take this side? Do I leave this to the ward? I think I kind of have to go face and then ward this up and pray that you don't have anything other than the falcon.
So this can make another tiger. So you might need
you can make a tiger, but if you have another one of these, you can make it. You can, or like you have the opinion prayer to make the falcon one.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't have another one to evolve into. That's the problem that I had earlier. So here I have to go 4 to face, and then this would be a ward, and this would be lethal for next turn. Quick Blader, do your thing.
Alright, so
Forward to face.
Take 4 down to 1.
Down to 1.
Down to
Oh my
1.
god.
All the life gain is coming through.
Alright, bodyguard.
Alright.
Do your job. Pass.
Alright, so.
I literally
Now
have
it's
0
my
cards in
turn.
hand.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. Really coming down the.
Oh god. Oh.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pay 2. Play Sister Initiate first. So since I still have an amulet, I'll gain 2.
Again. Lethal.
Another gain 2.
Oh god. All this healing.
Let's see. I can actually try to clear everything other than the maid leader, I think.
And then just it so happens that I do play a second one. It was all love.
I will play my 3rd Priest of the Cudgel this game, I think. And I will pay 1 to evolve.
There's a single tear running down my eye.
I actually just played everything.
Where's my 3 freaking floral fencers?
I'm gonna go ahead and banish the bodyguard. Oh wait, hang on. Wait, no. I'll banish the maid leader.
Okay.
Right? And then I'll use the priest to clear the quick later.
Okay. That's a cool trade.
Right? And then I'll crack the dual flames, pay 2 to get a holy tiger. And then use this to clear the.
Oh god.
And he's down there 2.
It's all
And
down
then
to this.
the last holy tiger will attack for 4.
Down to 2.
Oh, you're so close. Okay, but I don't have anything else to do for the turn. I'll go ahead and pass back to you.
Alright, no wards.
No wards.
That ends my
Alright.
turn.
Storm is lethal.
Now it's my turn.
Pray. I'm praying in front of a Haven player.
Tsubaki!
Quick Blader! Isn't enough! It's not enough! It's not enough! It's only 2 damage.
Wait, did you have a Momo Evolve?
No, I don't. I only have No, I mean, I'm gonna put in the best effort I can. This, again, one off. Just go to face. The healing saves you.
The healing.
Pass.
Alright,
You may have the honors.
Yes, so I'll go ahead,
Now it's my
draw,
turn.
and then I will attack with the holy tiger.
And that reduces me to 0, and that's GG's.
Oh,
good game.
Good game. Oh my, that was.
Oh. Well, I actually had everything else just stat sticks that I would have
Yeah.
loved earlier in the game.
Oh, if you drew the Alvida.
Alvida would have been
Yeah.
big, yeah. Play 3. Didn't come up.
I didn't have any more. I used like all my clears already. So Alvida, I think, would have been like a very good play there. Alvida command is a spell that gives him 3 bodies immediately on play.
Yeah.
So incredible with Holy Banner as well.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Royal Banner. Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so this is the sword deck list that I used for this fight video. And it's basically kind of like the more common list that you're going to see in a lot of tournaments, I think. Because of course we have a very high amount of 1 play point cards. These two are just amazing, like Quick Blader for storm damage, Maid Leader for like finding stuff, like your Floral Fencer who's like the best card in the deck in my opinion. And she stays one of the best for a very long time. And basically we just have a lot of cards that flood the board, right? Floral Fencer makes 2 tokens, Otohime makes up to 4 essentially, and then we have ways to buff the field through Royal Banner. And then of course, in order to make more cards, we have the Alvida's Command, which we have here at 2. And then of course the Tsubaki for that finishing blow. On top of that, a bit of wards here and there. Of course, Otohime makes a bunch of wards, but we have Veteran Lancer, and then we need to search some of your like lower count cards, such as, for example, the Assassin. We have Gemstaff Commander that finds that, or finds the Tsubaki as well. So a very typical Swordcraft list, I think. I'm playing the Urds because I think that if I want to recommend this list to everyone, and I think if you're playing in tournaments, you'll expect a lot of Dragon, and you need removal against Dragon, and ways to pick off big cards like Genesis Dragon without necessarily expending all of your hand just to trade things in. So Urd is like a nice pinpoint way to just like get rid of things like Genesis Dragon, or if they play like Fafnir as well, like you need ways to answer those big followers that they play. So I think Urd presents an interesting way to kind of take care of some of that. And also the Assassin is the same thing, right? So you can basically just, engage something, get it off with her Evolve effect, and then also use the body to actually like trade into something too. So helps to kind of take care of things. So I think that if you're trying out Shadowverse Evolve and you want to play with Swordcraft, then this is going to be a very nice list for you to actually challenge Shadowverse Evolve with. So definitely give it a look.
Alright, so for my list, it's a little bit different from Chris's. You can see that it's a lot more heavy on spells, and we have a fair number of amulets as well. So this deck, the aim of it is to try to survive into the late game where we do have power plays. such as using Lucifer to close out games, because Lucifer Evolve does deal 4 damage directly to your opponent, and he is a big stat stack as well. He 8 attack, so if he survives 1 turn, he can do a lot of damage by himself. Other than that, there's a lot of removals, so there's a nice variety. We saw Acolyte's Light just now, as well as Nemesis Decree. So there's a lot of ways to clear our opponent's board and try to make it a bit more smooth moving into your Lucifer turns. We do have some good defensive cards as well that help you gain some life. And then of course the key things are some of the amulets as well. So the amulets, we do have Dual Flames and Pinning Prayer. We do get tokens off of these cards. The tokens, as you saw just now, can be very, very powerful in the late game. You don't have to invest additional cards for bodies to attack with.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
Absolutely.
And then of course you have powerful cards like Jan.
She did so much in this game, it's crazy.
Yeah. So Jan is probably one of the best cards moving forward as well. She does deal with a lot of small followers. And earlier we didn't really get to show it, but on the 5th turn going second, you can go ahead and evolve that and then deal 4 damage to the board, which is very, very powerful.
Answer their big push on turn,
exactly.
turn 5, things like that. So.
Precisely. Of course, there are some good stuff within the start decks that you can pick up as well. So the Priest of the Culture was from the start deck. I believe the Black Scripture is also from the start deck.
Yeah, for Sword as well. There's a lot in the start deck. Like floral fences in there. For like if you're playing Dragon, you have Dragon Oracle. That's in the start deck. Like,
precisely.
Yeah, start decks are a very good way to start the game. But if you want to update, from the start decks, this is what some of the more complete versions of the decks look like. So that is it. That has been our fight here in order to feature some of these set 1 decks. So thank you very much, Matthew. You came all the way from Singapore to Japan just to be able to do this. Of course, give your support to Bushi and of course support Shadowverse Evolve as well. You can expect more channel content here as well. For Shadowverse Evolve, I plan to, of course, show off, competitive deck lists for every single set as they come out in the English version, as well as, of course, highlight some of the cards that are really important to pick up for not just the current formats, but also for the future as well, because I have, I guess we both have the experience of playing the Japanese version, and kind of like being through, all the different sets and the different metas that have evolved throughout the Japanese edition, and I'm really looking forward to seeing, like, how will things evolve, going forward, especially with some of the differences.
How things evolve.
So it'll be very exciting to see how things change and especially like with some of the upcoming releases and whether Japan had time to play with those formats, but now the English side has all the data from Japan that they can build off of to maybe even improve and kind of like refine some of the deck lists in order to really like match that kind of like advanced meta that the English can play in. So I think it'll be really, really exciting. So very excited for the future of Shadowverse Evolve. So if you liked the video, please do give it a like. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to do so as well. And check out all the links in the description as well to find out more about Shadowverse Evolve, the kind of products you can pick up, and of course, a lot of the local shops that may be organizing events near you for Shadowverse Evolve too. Otherwise, that's all for me. Any closing thoughts?
No, so I'm really excited for the launch for Shadowverse Evolve as well. I really look forward to seeing what the English players have up their sleeves. Maybe we'll see some new information. I've been listening to people talking on the Demo Caravan as well, coming out of that. People are talking about Rhinoceros being a thing that potentially they want to see. So I want to see some of these decks. Not necessarily just like what Japan has done before, but hopefully it's some new text, maybe something that maybe people didn't see before, or like some things that, rogue decks that potentially could like sneak a win in here and there, the kind of thing.
Yeah,
so really excited for it.
100%. All right, well, with that is going to be it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.